My name is Bruce Fealk. A lot of you know when I first started coming to sing-along, I said I was from Michigan. Now, I think a lot of you misunderstood me that I actually was from Michigan, but I lived here. I actually do live in Michigan. I actually do go home to see my family from time to time. But a lot of you see my grandchildren here, Darren and Aiden. Darren came to sing-along several times, but Aiden has been coming since he was 6 months old. He kind of became known as the Solidarity Baby. And he was really into it. He was about a year old. Now he's 3, and he's been coming lately, and he's been, is that better? Okay, sorry. I thought I could hear me, so I figured you could. So he's been really getting into the sing-along late. I'm really proud of both of my grandchildren. They're now taking part. They're holding letters, the unintimidated letters, so that's awesome. So since I don't know most of your names, even though I've been coming here for 2.5 years to the sing-along, every time I'm in Madison, I don't know most of your names, which I think is really an interesting little thing of the sing-along, because they try to call us a group. They try to say we're organized. I don't think we're very organized. We just show up here every day, which is pretty cool the way it happens every single day during the week. It's awesome. So I wanted to do this. My daughter told me before I came, she says, "Dad, why are you doing this? You're from Michigan." I said, "Well, no one else did it, so I figured I have to do it." Most of you don't know, I'm an activist back in Michigan, too. I helped take out an 8-term Republican congressman with some very interesting techniques. I'm sure most of you haven't Googled me yet, but it's a little fun if you go back and Google my name. But spell it right, F-E-A-L-K. Okay? So the reason I wanted to do this, when you first all started getting arrested, I was watching someone had a live stream going from the Capitol, and I was watching all of my friends get arrested, and it was pretty appalling to me that the Capitol Police were arresting people for singing. It was the most ridiculous thing I'd ever seen, and it was pretty awful. Even watching it on a live stream, it was pretty awful. Watching all of my friends get arrested, taken downstairs, actually put in handcuffs. I would think if they were going to arrest singers, they probably wouldn't need handcuffs. But I think on every single one, raise your hand if you were arrested during the crackdown. Looks like a pretty good showing of us that were arrested. And so today is the anniversary of the first day that the Capitol Police started arresting us in the rotunda. I remember when I got here, it was pretty intense. I probably came for a week while they were arresting you, all of us, and it was pretty intense. I'm sure those of you that were arrested, it was a pretty scary thing. Although some of us kept singing. Now Greg's not here, Greg Gordon's not here, but I specifically remember him. He just kept singing, even while they arrested him. I'm sure some of the rest of you did too, and I know Judy Miner is here. We have her picture on the board. She was smiling and flashing the peace sign, so that was awesome. I've engaged several of the police officers, the Capitol Police, usually at the information desk. And I've had a conversation with them about what they did, and not one of them has said, I'm really kind of sorry we did that. Every single one of them has said, well, I was just following orders. That's basically the line that they take, and I think that's what Dave Irwin just kind of trains them to say, and that's really how they feel. That it's just okay because because their job's on the line, and they feel like that's what my boss is telling me to do. And I haven't, like I said, I don't know most of you. We come in the Capitol, we're here together for an hour, and we leave. But I was raised Jewish, and none of my family were in the concentration camps. But when someone tells me that they're just following orders, it brings to mind what happened in Nazi Germany. Because it is okay for a police officer or anyone in the military to disobey an illegal orders. These were illegal orders that took place in the Capitol here. And I know I've walked up to several of the police officers that were in the rotunda during the arrest and offered them a songbook, hoping that one, just one, would join us and sing one song, or part of one song. And we obviously know none of them did that. Although I think a few of them probably do sympathize with us a little bit. So I wanted to put this together in honor of the terrible situation that at least all of us that went through that were arrested, and even the people that weren't arrested. It was pretty awful being in the Capitol during those 6 weeks or so that they were arresting all of us and taking us downstairs. I know I had to drive back specifically to come back for my court date. My case was dismissed by Judge Sumi, and now it's on appeal. And I cannot believe that the Attorney General's office actually had the nerve to tell Judge Markson that even though they were asked to give him a cost-benefit analysis, They refused. I don't know Judge Markson, but to me, if I were Judge Markson, I would have thrown them in jail for contempt of court. So I don't want to take up all the time. I've invited Ryan Worley to come and say a few words, and then we're going to have Prentice come up, and he's written a song specifically for this event, and then we're going to sing a few songs, and we'll have some fun, and we also have some cookies over here. So I've been told to remind you that we have a few cookies to enjoy before we leave tonight. So Ryan, why don't you come on up?